this computer.
Yeah, I've always liked it recording to my computer better than the cloud.
All right.
Easier to
Hey,
edit.
George, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, listen, so we're getting together here. I just want to thank you, man. You did such an awesome job last week. It was an amazing turnout. I think you had like close to about 110 of your agents there, man.
It was awesome. Thank you, man, and thank you to all the incredible partners and all the agents that showed up. That was amazing. And you were worried because you're like, look, usually in these events, 50% don't come. And I was like, nah, I think at least 80, 90% are going to show up. And I think it was like 95% of them showed up.
That's amazing. That's a record. That just goes to show that the people in lifestyle, you take it seriously, man. That's awesome.
So let's get at them. I want to get more. I know the session starts on the 20th, which is Tuesday, I believe, and I want to make sure we got a full house again, as many as we could get in there. Pretty much for those that may not have, for those that attended, just a quick reminder, Tony. What is session 2 going to cover? What is session 3, and what's the session 4 going to cover?
All right. So great question. So session 1 was the tip of the iceberg. And what we want to do is take many of the components that we covered in session 1 and go into a deeper dive on each of those. So we thought that the best way to split this up is that session 2 is going to be all about the listing side. We know that a lot of agents, especially newer agents, tend to gravitate toward working with buyers because they just don't feel confident that they can take the listings.
Gotcha.
We want to give them that confidence. Well, how do you get that confidence? You got to know how to overcome the objections. So we provide you with the scripts that you need to overcome for show by owner objections, expired, the ones that want to list with their family member, the ones, that kind of situation.
Yeah.
So in addition to all the other neuro-linguistic patterns that we go into, it's just a very deep dive on the listings.
Okay.
And after that, between sessions, everyone goes at it, making phone calls, following up and everything else. Session 3 is going to be all about the buyer side.
Okay.
Go ahead and take your buyer side to another level. What areas are you not focusing on right now? How to have a successful open house? How to go ahead and get buyers to commit to you? One of the things that I do that's kind of like an added bonus is I do a very, very deep dive into the use of the buyer-broker agreement.
Okay.
I've always felt that it's one of the most powerful yet least used tools that our agents have is get the buyer to commit to you in writing so that you feel protected.
Gotcha.
Listen, how many horror stories have we heard of someone working with a buyer for weeks and weeks, and next thing you know, they stop at an open house and they end up buying from somebody else, right?
Totally, 100%.
But a lot of agents that just feel insecure. They just don't feel like, hey, no one's going to sign that form. Of course they are. You just have to present it to them the right way.
Okay.
And then session 4, graduation day, this is where we kind of put it all together and then go heavy into how to build a team, how to build an organization, including compensation models. And I think it's important that agents understand who their first hire needs to be and how to properly structure their team so it doesn't implode on them. And we use examples of teams that are well over $1 million in gross commissions. And I think every agent, whether they ever desire to have a team or not, should have this information at least accessible. Would you agree?
I agree. And guys, and normally, you guys are my family. Tony's our guest, and he's like family to me, but he this is not that, we did half, the pricing, and he cut down the pricing. I told him to put it the least possible that he could possibly do it so we could get as many individuals. I think we got almost 10 people. I want to keep it in less than 20. I want to fill up. We're going to get an outside classroom so you're not distracted in the office, and it's conductive to learning. I'm going to take care of that. Guys, this is, I told you, you pay for this, and, due to, lifestyle and our great partners, we're going to your first closing, guys, I'm going to reimburse the whole class for you. So it's a little bit of a test to you to go out of your norm and pay for this class, but you're going to get it reimbursed. There's many students that have done this before in past classes, none as good as this. And I'm not, not plugging, Tony for no reason. I was in that first whole session. And I'm more than likely going to the session as well, God willing, if my timing's going. We have Idealis, who's a top producer, who's selling millions of dollars. Leslie, who I think has sold almost $5 million in the last 3 or 4 months. And we have other top producers. Levon Beck out of West Gables is attending as well. And a bunch of aspiring, Adriana, and we got a bunch of people going. So you could see, the success, that leaves content, that even the most successful are also sharpening the blade and trying to learn more. I know Idealis wanted to start learning group. Leslie wants to, she's been kicking butt with the listings, so she wants to refine her craft. She's been doing listings all this time, and she's doing it. Levon has been working with his buyers and doing listing, but he wants to refine that as well. And it's time that we start building our teams, making them stronger. It's a big focal point for us. And we've been working a lot of buyer leads as well with our Zillow program and the lead generation that we're using. It's time to make sure that if you get 10 leads, where a normal agent might close 1 or 2, with this training, maybe you close 3 and 4, and in turn, you make more money in the same amount of time that you've been working already. So, Tony, I know, this is lifestyle. We don't really have to drive in the point. I want to keep it short and sweet, and this is going to go on. I'm excited for it. And guys, this is a win-win. There's no reason why you shouldn't be doing it. Even if you have to put it on a credit card, this is something that's going to pay itself tenfold. And the great thing about it is I'm reimbursing it. The partners has helped us. This is getting reimbursed back to you. So, out of your first closing, boom, and it goes right back into you.
That's huge, George. And I got to tell you, I talk with brokers all the time, and most do not support their agents to this extent. Yes, you're asking your agents to put some skin in the game, and listen, we both know to never take money lightly. $497 could be a stretch for someone. Listen, this is your business. You're in a business that can produce 6 figures for you. And the way you've laid this out, all they got to do is one transaction to get that back.
Exactly.
Listen, we're not going to browbeat you. We're not going to try to, give you all these different closing techniques. It's there. The content is there. What really makes a class special is the fact that you participate, that there's homework, that you're divided into teams, that there's accountability. All these things amount to an amazing thing. And as we've been tracking nationally, the average is 8 new contracts over 8 days.
I love it. And
there's no,
for the veterans here that are in this group, they're like, okay, it's easy money for them because they know they're going to close, but I'm still going to reverse it because I know, but they're on there. But I saw a few newer agents that haven't done something yet. That's gonna pay tenfold for them. I'm excited, Tony. I'm gonna share this with everybody. We're recording this. We're gonna put this in the chat, guys. Register. I'm gonna put it in the link with all the chats. I'm gonna email it to everybody. Do not miss out, guys. We trust in this. This is gonna only make you better, more money. And it's going to make you that veteran that you've always wanted to be and get to the higher 6 figures that you've always wanted, because you're going to refine your craft and not have to learn from hitting your head against the wall. You're going to learn smartly and get to your goal a lot faster and a lot smarter, and with a lot less headaches and a lot less wasted leads or money you spend for leads or wasted time. So definitely, let's do this.
Yeah, let me show them. So what they want to do is go to seminot.com. Just spell the word semi, S-E-M-I, not, seminot.com, because we pride ourselves on not being a seminar. So you go to seminot.com and then you see where it says upcoming events, and they click on upcoming events, and you scroll down and you see Miami Lakes, and session 1 is done. So they click here where it says get early bird price on all 4 sessions. And here's the key. Right now it shows $697. By them inserting where it says promo code in here, early bird, one word, all lowercase, no capital. Sometimes when you start typing, the E comes out in capital letters. So make sure it's all lowercase. You hit apply, it brings it down to the $497 price.
Perfect.
At that point, they can pay by credit card or PayPal. And what's really cool is that PayPal has this amazing thing called PayPal Credit. And it's kind of like a 30, 60-second application. And if approved, you can finance the whole thing 6 months, no interest. So if you pay it off in 6 months, 0 interest. So they get reimbursed by you before they pay it off completely. So we're doing everything we can to help people afford to get the class.
Love it. All right, Tony. Man,
All right,
thank you
so
so much.
next Tuesday
Next
is
Tuesday
they got to
at
get
9
signed
a.m.,
up now. So because we want to get the information to them, we want to know exactly how many people we're doing. Because on the 20th, we're going to start at 9 a.m. sharp. We go 9 to 4, and it's 3 consecutive Tuesdays. So we have.
I'm gonna put a deadline, Tony, because I want to make sure they get there. Because I need to know what size of venue. Let's give them till today is already late on the Wednesday. By the time they see it, I'm gonna just say to mid-afternoon Friday. That way, I can know which venue that I pick for them. So let's do it, guys. Register tonight. You know, as soon as you see this video.
Yeah. And listen, if a situation happens where you couldn't get registered by Friday, of course, you know, we're going to let you in. It's just that it's much easier on us to know how many people so we can schedule. But
and I got to know how many croquetas I bring and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to turn anybody away, but, you know, the pastelito count is important.
There we go. There we go. All right, brother. Thank you so much for your evening time and everything you've done so far. I can't wait for Tuesday.
All right, brother. See you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Take care, brother.
Tuesday.